So the essence of preparing for the final test is start out slow, stay with the flow. So much of this is about disinhibiting yourself and just pushing a button. Everyone I know who's any good at freestyle rap has all said they just get in a zone. You get in a zone where you just let everything come out. You don't judge anything. You just kind of let the floodgates open, and you have to really push to get used to that at first. But this is the point more than ever. You really got to push yourself through your anxiety, through your self-judgment, and you just got to let everything out, no matter how stupid sounding or weird sounding or racist sounding or incorrect or anything it is, you know. And again, it's good to do it in your basement where it's actually safe to say whatever the heck you think, because you'll get more control over what you're saying over time. But the first thing you got to do is just dump it all out, you know, and not worry about anything. Once you start to get that, then you start to try to realize that there's this kind of three-part formula. It's the rhyming, the timing, and the defining. Can you come up with a rhyme? Can you fit it in the beat? And can you build a sentence and or a set of stories around it that really kind of make it all have some kind of meaning? And again, you can go Reggie Watts on people and make it purposely super duper weird or make the context make no sense, but even that, you know, requires practice. You know, every kind of meaning you want to create, it all is about learning to make that kind of language flow gel in your brain. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to just, you know, honestly, you can really start a cappella, but you really got to start to say, all right, you start taking cues from your environment. You start looking around and say, here I got a shotgun microphone and then a Fender amp, but I don't like that type of tone. You know, I really want to get into the hyper zone. You really just start with anything in your environment and you just start building on it and you see how far you can go. So like, for example, over here on my desk, I've got some Alaska picks. Over there on my drum set, I got a stack of sticks. You know, on guitar, I can play some massive tricks, and you know, when I'm freestyling, I'll bring the facts real quick. You know, once you can kind of start to feel all those things connect, now you're about ready to start to put a beat on. So here we go. Beat goes on. Now the key here is, again, give yourself time. I'm going to pick an object that's kind of in my environment. Again, I'm all being filmed, so over here I got my key light. So key light is my idea. Yo, over on my left here, I got a key light. And when the freestyle comes, I'll go free tonight. Even that usually is a little bit too sophisticated. A lot of people start out with this thing I call the robot, where you're literally like word for phrase. Oh, there is a nail in the wall. I hope that if I jump, I do not fall. You know, first version is this. That's what they're going to sound like. Whatever you do, just keep doing that. Do not stop. Build the speed. So the evolution of how this should go for you is that you're always pushing your reflexes and getting a little faster. You start with a cappella stuff like, you know, I have the sticker from couch surfing. If I would live in California, I'd be about surfing, you know. And I don't know what I'm going to come up with next, and so my doubt's lurking, you know. So a cappella, no pressure, have as much time as you want. When you're ready, put on your beat. 1, 2, 3. Robotic at first. Over there I got a microphone. When I freestyle, I go right into the zone. I learned to do this right when I'm at home. But you know out there my freestyle style be known. There you go, kind of robotic. Then you're going to throw a little more fluid lines, but you're still going to give a kind of a break between them. If you have to take a couple bars break, that's okay, but here's what it'll look like. I do it all in front of the cameras. Yo, and that's how I'm building up on my stamina. I play it all jams on a jazz keyboard. The night's so dark, never this black before. Then, when you're really feeling the mojo, you really try to start to connect it. Okay? So many lights, you're shining on me, cause you know that's what I do when I be free. But you know when I close my eyes, that's when I see for free. That's how I be. Then I shift gears, and then I get clear. I don't know what direction that I'm going to steer, but you know it's all gonna be part of my career, cause you know I ain't got no fear. Just to put myself forward, put myself on the camera. Another rhyme before, but I happen to have another direction that I go, cause you know that's how I stay with the flow. There you go. So at that point, things are coming out, and you at least kind of get into a zone. You really start to feel the adrenaline come when you do that, which is pretty awesome. So now, black belt test. You want to try to hold yourself to keep going for 16 bars. A lot of times it's good to be able to step back and just chill yourself when you're practicing, but you should keep pushing your reflexes until you can get a continuous 16 bars. Okay, so here's a 16 bar freestyle. Give you an idea of about where you want to get it to. 1, 2, 3. Yo, if you threw all these rhymes in a camera bag, you know you'd still never chase all the Narnian stag. I don't know where that came from, probably LSD, but you know that's what Ellis be telling me. Or she be telling me that I'm going crazy, but she said it before, it doesn't faze me. All I do is worry about my phrasing and all the rhymes that I'm chasing, yo. And now I'm going into the second half. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here in my bag. And yo, I'm feeling the adrenaline and I'm telling them, think of all the rhymes I be selling them. But they're not paying cause that's a freestyle. What you be doing in the meanwhile, I don't know, but I got supernatural on speed dial. And then I'm killing all the heat trial. Now truthfully, I think I took about 8 or 9 takes to actually get one that kind of connected from beginning to end. Kind of gives you a sense of where I'm at with it. But what's really cool about this whole process is that once you've got that basic ability to connect to the music and have things come out and just kind of get in that zone, then the world is your oyster. That's the platform on which you can build everything else. So I really urge people to try to get to that point to master the basics of freestyling, and then after that, man, you can go anywhere you want with it. You know, there's so many things you can do with your style and to improve your writing and all that stuff, but until you have that basic flow, the ability to get in the zone with it, then you really don't have a leg to stand on. So that's kind of the process I use to get to this. And it's kind of amazing, the people who just kind of learned this, doing it on the street, and, you know, going home and just like, you know, rapping over records and trying to figure it out, you know, that's really what's kind of amazed me about this culture, is how many people have done that, and really that's kind of how it's meant to be done, because it really is just like a throw yourself at it kind of thing. And, you know, that really kind of keeps the spirit of it alive. So, you know, I encourage people to figure this out, you know, respect the culture that this came from, and, you know, do your own thing with it, you know, offer something interesting back to the world. Send me videos or whatever the hell you did with this, and I kind of want to see. If people want me to do more advanced tutorials on freestyle rapping, hit up my Patreon, because doing more advanced tutorials always takes way more work than doing the basic ones. So think about supporting me on that to buy me more time to make more cool stuff, and yeah, that would just jazz me out. Other than that, deuces, Ewans.